Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a product review of one of my favorite baby items. It is this mat that I am currently sitting on. It's the Wunderkids mat made by Allzip Korea, and we've been using it every single day. It's a product that I'm super excited to share with you guys. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sarah. I'm a new mom of a 7-month-old baby girl, and I like to use this channel to document my journey in motherhood as well as my small business, because that is the other thing I am navigating. Recently, I posted a video sharing my favorite baby items, including all the tools and toys, eating and sleeping items, all my top of mind favorites. But today I want to focus on this Playmat. I do feel strongly about this mat. I absolutely love it, and it's one of the best investments I think we've made ever since having a baby. So let's just start from the top. This mat is from Wunderkids. Wunderkids is a small Canadian business located in Vancouver, and I'm so happy to be supporting another Canadian business. Better yet, the founders are Kate and Matt, and they're parents of 2 young boys as well. So they firsthand know the importance of having a mat like this, and I love that it's a family business. They ship to Canada and the US. And because this mat is actually made in Korea, I thought it would take a long time for it to arrive, or that the packaging would be really bulky because it is such a thick and large mat. But it came within a few days of ordering, and it just came in a very simple box. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like a small compact box, but it was as compact as it could have been, and it was delivered straight to our door. Before I forget, this is the Eco Color folder mat. So it comes folded, and we basically opened the mat. There was no setup, no zipping anything up. We just had to lay it flat. We didn't even need to give it any time for it to get cushiony or ready to use. We just gave it a good wipe and started using it right away. So the most unique feature about this mat is its thickness. There are 9 layers of foam in this mat, all recyclable foam. It's about this thick, which is thicker than any mat I've ever seen on the market. I've sat on a lot of baby mats at friends' homes and stuff like that, and I find that they're quite thin. We have hardwood floor here in our apartment, and so I love that this one is so thick. You can sit on this all day, you can sleep on this all night, and it offers such good support. Because it's so thick, you might think that it's like a bit too soft, like too cushiony, not as durable or stiff, but it's like the perfect balance of thickness and stiffness. I love that when you put weight on the mat, it reduces like pressure, especially on your like ankles and wrists. I think it's really important for babies, especially because as they learn to crawl and walk, they're going to tumble and fall. So this mat actually feels really good in developing those motor skills. When baby girl was an infant, she napped on this mat every single day. We put her in the lounger on the mat. It offered a little bit more cushion than just like a hardwood floor. As she started doing tummy time, this mat was especially great. I found that sometimes as she was doing tummy time, her head would just drop and hit the floor. This mat was really good in avoiding any injuries or things like that. Now baby girl is crawling. She's crawling across this mat within seconds. It doesn't feel like it's like too soft for her. It actually gives her such a nice rigid surface for her to really practice crawling. And I imagine in the next few months, she's gonna start walking on this as well. The second thing I love about this mat is that it is covered with vegan leather. The leather makes it extremely soft. It's like buttery soft. But the more important aspect of the leather is that it is extremely wipeable. It feels like you're just wiping on plastic almost. There are no stains, and believe me, you will spill a lot of interesting things on your mat. Not only does this mat get a lot of breast milk spills, formula spills, and like a lot of spit up and drool, we've also spilt a lot of food on here because Alex and I like to sit on this mat and eat dinner while watching TV, and everything is just so easy to clean. This leather is also food contact grade FDA compliant. So what that means is it's non-toxic, hypoallergenic, and that's really good because baby girl licks this thing all day. Honestly unavoidable. Like every single toy goes in her mouth. I love knowing that there are no toxic chemicals used in this mat. I'm just quickly gonna go over some of the other features of this mat. So yes, it is ultra thick. It says it is 4 centimeters thick, and on average playmats are only 1 centimeter thick. So it's a lot thicker. It's water and stain resistant, highly durable. It says it will last for years, and that's actually important because a lot of playmats will dip over time because weight is on it for so long. But again, 7 months in, it's still flat as ever. It's anti-slip. It's reversible, which is kind of cool. And it actually comes pre-steam washed 3 times before you receive it. It says it's machine washable, also foldable, which makes it really easy to set up and store. Let's quickly talk about its packaging and how it arrived. We just opened it up. It had a plastic cover around it. When we opened it up, it just kind of was ready to go. It wasn't like a bed where you kind of need to like let it rise for a few hours. It was just perfect as is. They do say that it might take some time for like little dents from the warehouse to go away, but I didn't have any issues with that. Okay, so mat maintenance. Because it's leather, it's not 100% waterproof, but it's water resistant, which is fine because you're not ever going to be submerging this mat in water. Alex and I like to wipe this mat every single day with a wet cloth, only because baby girl spits up quite a bit. She drools a lot right now. We just want to take good care of this. Also, we want it to be clean for her to roll around on. Every 2 days, I also like to lift the mat upright and get all the crevices of the mat cleaned and do a little vacuum of the floor area that it's sitting on. Because it's leather, you don't want it to stay wet for long, otherwise it is gonna smell. One time I mopped our floors and put the mat on it. The underside of the mat was wet, and I found that 2 days later when I lifted the mat up again, it smelled kind of bad. So I just got vinegar and water, wiped the area again, and just let it air dry, and it was totally fine. Wunderkids actually does recommend opening up all the zippers and kind of letting the foam air dry, which I think would be really good for, you know, its longevity as well. And the cover is machine washable. You can use cool water and a gentle cycle with mild detergent. Just have to make sure to air dry it. I have yet to wash this. It feels sufficient to me to just kind of wipe it down ourselves. But I mean, when baby girl outgrows this and we put this away in storage, maybe we will give it a little machine wash. Another thing I really love about this mat is its aesthetic. Honestly, when I shop for my baby, aesthetics are kind of like the last thing I look for. You know, you just want your baby to be safe and for the item to have the functionality more than the aesthetics. But I find with this mat, it is not only the best in terms of function, it's also the prettiest mat. I chose the pink one, which has like really nice shades of neutrals. It's like beige and gray and pink. It's also reversible, so if you flip it to its back, it's gonna be like a nice beige color. And I just love how it brightens up our space, doesn't clash with anything. You know, a lot of baby play mats have a lot of color and a lot of illustrations, and I don't know, I feel like I would get kind of sick of that. But this one is just so neutral and pretty. It almost just looks like a really nice rug on our floor. I hope this video helped you in making a decision. This mat is one of the pricier mats on the market, but like I said, it is probably one of the best investments we've made. I know we're gonna get so much use out of it. I don't see us putting this away even when baby girl can walk. It's just such a good place for her to sit and play as well. I love stretching on this mat. We've slept overnight on this mat a few times. We also like to sit here and hang out on this mat. We've had guests over, had dinner on this mat. I actually recommend getting one of those like breakfast in bed tables. We have the foldable one from IKEA. Sometimes we just lounge around on this with our dinner or like a glass of wine, and it is Wunderkids also plants 3 trees for every purchase, so that's pretty cool. I'm just so happy Wunderkids is a Canadian company owned by a mom. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment, email or message me. I'd be happy to share more information. If you're looking for a playmat for a baby, there is no question about it. Get this Wunderkids mat. Bye guys!